On 22nd of February 2011, at 9 minutes to 1 p.m. local time, the City of Christchurch registered an earthquake that was 6.3 on the Richter scale. It was centred just 10 kilometres southeast of the centre of Christchurch. This earthquake caused widespread damage across Christchurch. In just 18 seconds it killed 185 people. It was the nation's second deadliest natural disaster. Although lower on the monument magnitude scale, the intensity and violence of the ground shaking was measured to be amongst the strongest ever recorded globally in an urban area. The Golden Princess has arrived at the Banks Peninsula and is about to anchor in Akaroa Harbour. The port of Lyttelton is much closer to Christchurch, but the passenger terminal was destroyed in the earthquake, and they are still arguing about its replacement. These days, cruise ships prefer to anchor in Akaroa Harbour. It is an extinct volcano caldera and well and truly deep enough for large passenger ships. Because there is no passenger terminal, cruise ships send their passengers ashore using tenders. At the end of the wharf, a fleet of buses wait to take the ship's passengers for the 90-minute journey over the hills to Christchurch. The name Akaroa is a Maori name meaning long harbour, and the residents of this tiny coastal village are very happy to welcome the thousands of cruise ship passengers that visit each year. Christchurch is the largest city in the South Island of New Zealand and is home to almost 400,000 residents. It is the third most populous urban area in the country. Even though it is 5 years since the devastating earthquake, the rebuilding of Christchurch continues, stronger and better than ever. As they say, Rome is not built in a day. And even though Christchurch has a strong rebuilding program, there is still a lot of evidence of the devastation. Vacant blocks of land are everywhere. Sites where buildings too badly damaged have been removed. On one such block, there are 185 plastic chairs of all shapes and sizes, there to represent the 185 souls that didn't survive. Archaeologists believe that Polynesian immigrants first settled the area around Christchurch in about 1250. These tribes had, in turn, migrated from the North Island. These Maori settlements remained mainly undisturbed by white sealers and whalers through to the 1840s, until 792 English pilgrims arrived on 4 ships chartered by the Canterbury Association in 1850. These Canterbury pilgrims had aspirations of building a city around a cathedral and a college, built on the model of Christ Church in Oxford. Today, that cathedral lies in ruins. Built between 1864 and 1904, the Christchurch Anglican Cathedral is the centre of the city. Surrounded by Cathedral Square, it is the seat of the local Bishop of Canterbury. It has been almost 5 years to the day, and the lack of reconstruction has been caused by bickering amongst those who cannot agree on what form the reconstruction should take. It has been estimated that restoration could cost about 67 million New Zealand dollars. The insurance would cover about 40 million, which leaves a funding gap of about 27 million. Local committees are confident that this can be achieved. Several blocks from the damaged Christchurch Cathedral, and completed in 2013, there arose a new Christchurch Cathedral. This one was constructed in the form of an A-frame from cardboard, wood and glass, and it cost $5.9 million. It is known locally as the Cardboard Cathedral and was consecrated in August 2013. Not far from the Cardboard Cathedral is the Catholic Cathedral of the Blessed Sacrament, the Mother Church of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Christchurch, a particularly beautiful building before the February 2011 earthquake caused a collapse of both bell towers. Engineers have determined that the building, apart from perhaps the largely undamaged nave seen here before the earthquake, could not be saved, and a new building will be built on this site. The roads around Christchurch have mostly been repaired, but not replaced. Many of the main roads still have significant bumps caused by the earthquake, but at least they are passable. After the earthquake, the damage to the roads and the liquefaction oozing from the ground made many roads totally impassable. Christ's College, located in central Christchurch, is an independent Anglican secondary school for boys. It is a particularly famous institution for scholarly achievement. It has been on the site since 1852 and is the oldest independent school in the country. Originally modelled on the English schools like Westminster and Eton, today it has about 650 students. Perhaps its solid blue stone structure enables it to withstand the many earthquakes and aftershocks in better condition than many of Christchurch's more modern buildings which collapse like a pack of cards. The 165-hectare Hagley Park in central Christchurch became a refuge for the many people displaced by the still crumbling buildings suffering from violent aftershocks. Created in 1856 and bounded by the beautiful meandering Avon River on one side and surrounding roadways on the other, over the years it has been the site for horse races, exhibitions, tennis tournaments, visiting circuses and open-air concerts. Hagley Park also incorporates the 21-hectare Christchurch Botanical Gardens. Founded in 1863, the entrance is dominated by the Peacock Fountain. The Botanical Gardens offer a tranquil atmosphere in the heart of Christchurch's busy commercial hub. The beautifully kept lawns contain a collection of flowers and trees from around the world. The gardens are bounded by the Avon River, named by the Canterbury Association after Stratford-upon-Avon in the UK. It follows a meandering course through Christchurch from its source in the city's outer western suburbs. Boating and punting are a delightful weekend pastime for both locals and tourists. Although fishing is allowed, swimming is not recommended. Effluent from still broken sewer pipes continues to contaminate the river. Back on track on the city streets with a newly extended route, Christchurch's hop-on, hop-off scenic trams offer a unique experience combining history with sightseeing. The trams were put off the road because many of the tracks suffered earthquake damage and unsafe buildings being cordoned off. There are currently 3 beautifully restored heritage trams operating around a 17-stop circuit. Passengers are allowed to get on and off all day on a single ticket. They have become one of Christchurch's leading tourist attractions.